Hi, my name is Amanda. And a few weeks ago, I opened a letter that shattered everything I thought I knew about family. It was my parents' will. And right there, clear as daylight, everything was left to my brother. Not a penny for me. Not even a goodbye note. Just silence. But what I did next changed our entire family forever. Stay with me, because this story is not what you think. Growing up, I always believed we were a normal family. Sure, there were little things, like how my brother Josh always seemed to get praised more, got the better gifts, or how my parents always showed up to his games, but missed mine because they were busy. But I chalked it up to favoritism. I never thought it ran deeper than that. Josh was the golden child. He got into a good college, married his high school sweetheart, had a stable job in tech. Meanwhile, I took the road less traveled. Art school. Freelancing. Struggling to pay rent. I always thought, they just don't understand my choices. But I still loved them deeply. Everything changed when my mom passed away suddenly. Dad followed just 6 months later. It was brutal. We barely had time to grieve before the family lawyer reached out to read the will. I remember sitting in that cold office, tissues in my hand, trying to brace myself. But nothing could prepare me for what I was about to hear. We leave our entire estate, our home, our savings, our investments, to our beloved son, Joshua. And that was it. No mention of me. Not even a "we love you, Amanda." I felt like I was being erased. I looked over at Josh, expecting him to be shocked. Instead, he just stared at the paper and whispered, "They said they'd do this." Wait. What? After the reading, I pulled Josh aside. "What do you mean they said they'd do this?" He hesitated, then shrugged. "They didn't trust you, Amanda. You were always unpredictable." I was stunned. What did that even mean? I started spiraling. Was this how they really saw me? Was I just the disappointment child who didn't deserve a place in the family? But I wasn't about to sit back and accept that. I needed answers. I went back to the house I grew up in, the one now legally Josh's. He let me in one last time to grab whatever memories I needed. But I wasn't there for just that. I started going through old letters, journals, drawers, anything. And that's when I found something strange. A box under my dad's old desk, filled with envelopes. All addressed to me. None of them had ever been sent. Inside were letters from my mom and dad. And they painted a very different picture. They loved me. They were proud of me. But they were also afraid. Turns out, Josh had told them lies. That I was broke. That I was borrowing money from shady people. That I had a breakdown. None of it was true. But it was just believable enough to plant doubt. He manipulated them. And they changed their will based on those lies. I was shaking. Furious. Heartbroken. I called Josh. Told him we needed to talk. We met at a coffee shop, and I laid the letters on the table. "You lied to them," I said. "You made them think I was unstable. You turned them against me." He looked at me coldly. "They loved you. But they were naive. I did what I had to do." He didn't even deny it. And in that moment, I realized something. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't even about the house or the inheritance. It was about the fact that my own brother saw me as an obstacle to eliminate. I took everything I found and brought it to the lawyer. At first, they said contesting the will would be hard. But once they read the letters, the tone changed. After months of legal back and forth, the court ruled in my favor. Not for the entire estate, but enough to show the truth mattered. That I mattered. I used part of it to open a community art center in my parents' name. A space for young creatives who don't fit the mold. The rest? I saved. Josh hasn't spoken to me since. And honestly, that's okay. Some betrayals don't deserve reconciliation. But I'm at peace now. Not because I got my share, but because I found my truth. And I refuse to let someone else write the ending to my story. If you've ever felt like the forgotten one, if you've ever been overlooked, underestimated, or erased, know this. You are enough. You don't need validation from people who only love the version of you they created. Your story, your truth, deserves to be told. Comment the word truth below if you made it this far. Share this story with the one friend who always believed in you when no one else did. And if you felt this in your heart, hit that like button so more people can find this story too. Thanks for listening. Amanda.